There are very few categories in the supermarket where there's basically one brand that owns the market share. It was P&G's strategy for many years and served them well in the household product arena, where they would make a superior product, send a sample out to just about every household in the nation, and then sit back and watch as their market share propelled and they became the number one brand in most of their categories. Now, in the food aisles, we really have very few examples that match that P&G model, but there is one, chocolate hazelnut spread, which is currently dominated by Nutella, but they have a new competitor. It's a fight between the Italian and the French chocolate makers. And the questions are if the category, frankly, is big enough to have two major brands and who might win. February 5th was actually World Nutella Day. Yeah, that's a real thing that was started by a blogger fan back in 2007 who then signed over the rights to Nutella, probably sold them and made a fortune. Good for her. Nutella itself was introduced back in 1964 by the Italian chocolate giant Ferrero. They also own Kinder, Rocher, and Tic Tac. The recipe was actually based on a 1951 recipe for super crema, a chocolate paste that in the 40s was called, I'll get this wrong, gianduat, named after a carnival character. It came to the US in the 70s, and there was one person who worked for Ferrero in New York City, I knew her, Myrna Alpern, who fell in love with Nutella and made it her personal passion to introduce it to supermarkets around the country, and she spent years sampling it herself to get shoppers to try it and love it with the same passion that she had. She was very successful and created a whole new category. Now, the world-renowned French fruit spread maker, Bonne Maman, my favorite is the orange marmalade, which, by the way, was really hard to find during the pandemic, is introducing their chocolate hazelnut spread next month in March. The question is if retailers will see this category is large enough for two major players. Here are some differences between the brands. Bonne Mamon comes in a glass jar that is very close to their iconic package for their fruit spreads. Nutella, well, they come in a plastic jar that probably most parents would prefer, while the glass is preferred by the true food aficionados. Bonne Mamon contains no palm oil, while Nutella does. It also is non-GMO. The U.S. Nutella is made in Mexico. Bonne Mamon is made in France. The first ingredient in both, no surprise, is sugar. Second in Nutella, palm oil. In Bonne Mamon, it's hazelnuts. Nutella is 7.7 ounces, and in a scan of retailers here in Los Angeles, sells for between $2.99 and $3.59 a jar. Bonne Mamon is 8.8 ounces, a bit more, and will retail for $6.50. So the question for about double the retail price is whether or not Bonne Mamon can do battle with the market leader Nutella. It's going to take a lot of marketing, sampling, and coupons to fight this battle.
So how does it taste, Phil?
Well, it's interesting. Nutella tastes more hazelnut. Top line is for me, if it's for your kids, putting on pancakes, waffles, cookies, ice cream, and s'mores, you might want to go that way also because of the price. Bonne Mamon tastes more chocolate. It's got a much cleaner mouthfeel, cleaner taste from vegetable oils versus the palm oil. It's more adult and has refined palate. And if I've got to say, when it comes to food products, taste is always number one.